A Philadelphia police officer shot in the line of duty is out of the hospital tonight. He was shot in the leg yesterday after interrupting an argument between two men, one of them with a gun. Kimberly Davis is at Temple University Hospital tonight with more. Kimberly?
Yuki, that officer walked out of Temple University Hospital this afternoon with his life. He's got some recovering to do after he was shot in the line of duty, and doctors tell us he won't be returning to work until he gets the okay. Officers take an oath to protect and serve, even risking their own lives to keep us safe. Wednesday morning, Officer Paul Sulak carried out that oath when he interrupted a confrontation between two men. It was near G and Madison Streets in Kensington just after 11 when Sulak was shot in the leg. But even after he was shot, Sulak chased down one of the suspects and made an arrest.
It speaks volumes for their bravery, as well as their commitment to public safety and protecting and serving. So we're ever so thankful that he was able to walk out of here.
The city is now calling Sulak a hero. Officer Sulak is a 10-year veteran of the force, and Thursday afternoon, he was surrounded by his loved ones and family in blue as he was released from Temple University Hospital.
Many of the veterans know this is something we do. It's still, I would imagine, when it's you, it's something very different. And you're coming out to see all these folks in formation saluting you, paying tribute to you.
Putting their lives on the line is a risk the men and women in blue are willing to take, and they're just glad one of their own is able to see another day.
Something that undoubtedly he will replay over and over again. Fortunately, no one died in it, and particularly him and his partner.
Police have not released the identities of the two men who were arrested yesterday, and they have yet to be charged, but we're told charges are expected. For now, we are live at Temple University Hospital. I'm Kimberly Davis, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.